Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going to give you, for those of you watching in the future, a little bit of a preview into my mindset right now. And that is quite simply to say, I've been talking a lot about the crash being worse than 2008. And somebody, Ollie, a regular on this channel, a member of this channel, shared with me just a Raoul Pal video, and there were some things I disagree with, but I'm quite convinced that he's right in one regard, and that is just the debasement of currency. There's going to be a lot of that happening still. And so, what does that mean? That means, in my opinion, that we're not going to enter something worse than 2008. Whenever we bottom out, and I think that's going to happen in 2025, because of our ability to be debase is actually much more significant than I thought. So we still have some bullets in the chamber, which means it's just, instead of just like buying $10,000 Bitcoin, you'll be able to buy at the end of 2025 $35,000 Bitcoin, something like that. All right, so that's my initial thought. I'm going to turn on the TikTok live stream. I am unbanned on TikTok now, so we can do a HEEHEE giveaway. But let me say hello to everybody on YouTube here first. Hello, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Saad, good morning. Lavi, good afternoon. Jeremiah, good morning. Will, hello. Randy, good morning. Sam Taylor, good morning. Alberto, good morning. All right, let me go live on TikTok. Megs, good morning. Andrea, good morning. I'm going to make I've been making these slightly longer form videos on YouTube. I just published one before going live here. Check that out. It's a little clickbaity, I fully admit, but I'm going to be doing that every day. They're really easy to make. So, morning, Crayon Dave. Adam, good morning. ABC Juan. Adnan, Albert, hello everybody, good morning, and I am back on TikTok finally. That stunk last week. Getting banned last week on my TikTok live at least. So we are unbanned. What do we want to talk about, everybody? Oh, hey, UPS, been a while. I'll talk real quick of where do I think we're going for Bitcoin. I think we're going to go down to, I have a short that I am taking profits on a little over $57,000, a little bit higher than $57,000. So this 382 fib here, you can't see the numbers because the candles are in the way. It's, I'm not worried about a death cross. That has a 50-50 success rate. But, 0.382 fib from swing low to swing high here is 57,152, something like that. So you pivoted, it worked out. Yes. Good afternoon from Greece. Hello. First thing first, HEEHEE. We'll talk about HEEHEE. We'll do some stuff with HEEHEE later on in this live stream. Do you think it's worth buying Pendle? I'm thinking of getting it, but don't know if it's worth it since Ethereum has been underperforming for so long. I made a video, SSN. I put it on YouTube as well. It's a 9-minute plus video. Ethereum is one of my top buys right now. One of my top 10 buys. I made a video with top 10 buys. Ethereum's on that list. And so because of that, I think Pendle will do well as well. So where's Pendle at right now? Pendle. I think Sui is going to do very well. All right, it's just kind of hanging around. Yeah. So Sui's on that list as well. Let me look at Sui real quick. It's very highly inflationary. Oh man, come on. I haven't bought it yet, and it's just going on tear. So Bitcoin has a death cross in the road. Guys, the death cross is 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's literally like it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. It is nothing. So good morning, Luis. Are we going to sweep the Bitcoin lows, then we can start pushing up? Or is it the other way around? That's the question, right? V-shaped recovery, or are we going to sweep the lows? It's going to take some time still. We have a lot of time. I don't have an answer for you. You know, Japan did an about face. So Brett on base, check. Wolf on Solana, and which Andy? I don't know which Andy. I could see it either way. I saw a video arguing that if we don't sweep the lows, we're going to put in a top at $66,000 and then go lower. What do you want? What do you want? So, good morning, Lily. Pinga. I don't know anything about Pinga. What's Pinga? Man, I'm a little bit nose runny. But Pendle is dependent on Ethereum. What if Ethereum doesn't pump and Solana just keeps on outperforming it? That's not going to happen. What do you think about Arbitrum and Aptos? They're both kind of in falling knife territory. So I'm not willing to. Oh, it's a user comment. My bad. I'm not willing to get in on those yet. So won't we see any more bull run 2025? All right, let me talk about this. Because, guys, you've got to break free. Break free, everyone. And, guys, I'm live on YouTube. I can't respond to every TikTok comment, but I can on YouTube. Head on over to YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I am live on YouTube. I'm doing a little bit longer form videos on YouTube. I just started that on Friday. All right, there's a lot of good content on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. But let me answer this question. Won't we see any more a bull run 2025? Guys, the best thing you can do is free yourself from these hard and fast rules that you have heard lots of people tell you. 4-year halving cycle. We have to have every year after the halving, we have this explosive, massive bull run. Okay. I have been pretty negative the last couple weeks. The Japan thing was a problem. All right. And what I'm saying to you now, all right, you want to hear some hope, some hopium. They will debase. Okay, they're not going to let this collapse. They can and will debase. Who's they? Global banks around the world. There will be a great debasement, just like with COVID. I don't know what the catalyst for that is going to be. They need to create some kind of a catalyst that's going to cause them to debase their currencies even more. And you know who's really going to suffer? It's going to be the poor people, and they don't care. As long as the facade is that we're holding up this economy, these economies are all around the world, that we're propping it up, as long as that's there, they're going to continue to debase. And so when is the question? If you watch Raoul Pal, which I would strongly recommend watching Raoul Pal, he will tell you that he thinks throughout 2025 that's going to happen, and so crypto will peak. You know, Bitcoin's going to go very high in 2025. If you ask me, I would say I agree with Raoul Pal 95%. I think it's going to take a little bit longer, and that 2025 is going to be a rough year. But then after we have this massive debasement, Bitcoin's going well beyond my price target of $155,000. So won't we see any more a bull run 2025? In this environment that has been created since 2008, we entered a new world in 2008 in response to 2008. There will always be a bull run. And there will always be euphoria and despair. Euphoria, despair, euphoria, despair, until everything collapses. And I think we still have some bullets in the chamber before everything collapses. So yes, we will see a bull run. Open any shorts? Yes, I did. I shorted a little over $60,000, and I took 50% profit when Bitcoin got to 58. And then at 57,000, I'm exiting that entirely if it gets there. Let's see. Yeah, I managed to get a little SUI in the crash last week, but I wish I had got more. Chance to get more has gone for now. At least for now, yeah. I think SUI is going to be a good one to get in on. Let's see. You need to check out Raincoin on Polygon. Not right now. Eventually. What's the move of Bitcoin in this week? Up or down, sir? Actually, I'll say up. Looking at MACD, stochastic, regular RSI, we have a little bit more up to go, I think. But we're not out of the woods yet. So Please sweep the lows. I'm buying payday and want the best entry possible. Me too, Jeremiah. I wouldn't mind if we swept the lows. Bitcoin got back down to $49,000. That would give us a good amount of strength to build for another leg up. What are your top altcoin buys? Please watch the video. I posted it on Friday on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok channel, on my X, WW Bitcoin. You know what? Actually, I'll just name them. All right, so we got Ethereum. I make a case for Ethereum in the video. Watch the video. We have Pendle and Pepe. We have Jasmine and Caspa. And I'm not gonna go through this list again. All right. Jasmine and Caspa. We have Polygon and Loopring. And then we have Sui and Arcblock. And then Ondo. I'm going a little bit safer, a little bit larger market cap for now. And then I'll go much more risk on. So you're going to ask me, what about this? What about that? At some point, I will go more risk on. Right now, I'm going a little bit safer. Those are all larger cap altcoins. And I'm the words of Freddie Mercury. Okay. What do you think about Axelar and price prediction? I don't have a price prediction for Axelar. I do like it. No Say. I made a video. Somebody asked about Say. I made a video talking about why not Say. Are you bullish on Jupiter? Yes. As Solana goes, so goes Jupiter. Solana's a beast. Arsenal or City? City. I'm a City fan. Jasmine has horrible tokenomics. Not anymore. Not anymore. You got to catch up. That was a 2021 comment right there. What do you think of Via? I'm not a big fan, but I mean, it could, you know, it's crypto. I got 45K altcoin or 45 altcoins. Is that too much? 10K portfolio. That might be too much for a 10K portfolio. But how much time do you have to manage all of this? Okay, if you have time, sure. But I mean, that's like what, $200 per crypto. I don't love it. I lost a lot of money. What can I do? Work your butt off and make money and invest it. XLR price prediction. Yeah, I don't have one. Hello, old fella. Do you think it's wise having a majority of your portfolio in Solana meme coins as ETH should start outperforming Solana soon? I mean, I don't think it's wise. Do I think it's wise to have a majority of your portfolio in Solana meme coins? It's high risk, high reward, man. All right, Mohammed, what's your take on Caspa doing the fractal thing and it following the power law? Apparently has a mini 8-month cycle according to some people. I'm not familiar with that. All I can say is Caspa's chart looks amazing. It's the strongest chart in all of crypto. The strongest altcoin chart, I should say. It's just, you know, it put in an all-time high in July. You know, it looks good, man. Wednesday, CPI will determine how August will go. We're probably going lower in CPI. That's a good thing. AOs, I like AOs. What's up with AOs today? Good morning, Luxury Cigar Reviewer. Thoughts on Landwolf? I like Landwolf. I own some. I've been bullish on it for a while. It'll break out eventually. Man, AO is going the wrong direction. Maybe AI is done for a time. You know, I still have the NVIDIA earnings report play. It's just we're running out of time. So, can you do a review on Shapeshift Fox? Probably not. Are you actively buying alts? Not at $59,000 Bitcoin. I am wondering if things are going to go lower, but I've been saying I want to be in by the end of this month with my buys. I own Aerodrome, AXL, Manta, and Brett. That's okay. Can you send me some HEEHEE? I bought HEEHEE at 20 million. How can I now? I can DCA. All right, LGLI. I remember you. I'm gonna have to mute you for the rest of this live, man. You're just learn from your mistakes. You comment. I lost all my money, and now you're commenting on. I remember you now. I just you've got to learn. I'm assuming you're very young, okay? And I can tell where you're from, and your people tend to be very aggressive when they lose money. It is what it is. Come back next time. Hey, boss man, I watched all your videos on price prediction. Are they still the same price? Watch my most recent video. It's going to take me too long to explain, but watch the video I just posted on YouTube. So, Jewish, not Jewish, no. Tell me why you put loopering in your top 10. I explained it in the video. I mean, it's below its bear market bottom. It's 2022 bear market bottom. It's below that right now. I see an opportunity to make some money on a retrace. I'm not saying, this is the play of the century. I'm just saying I see opportunity there. This is a cryptocurrency that has a history of putting a new all-time high. I'm saying, what if ETH starts going up? Will Solana keep outperforming it? Do you think so? Not necessarily. I don't have an answer for you, SSN. How much money did you put in your first bull run, and how much did you make? My overall portfolio, I'm not going to tell you how much money I put in. It's not a ton. Listen, I met a lot of people in Nashville, and I can tell you that every one of them, they have more money than I do. Okay, so, and instead I have lots of kids that are expensive. At its peak in 2021, which was not my first bull run, but I'll just say in 2021, I did an 8x, and then that went down to a 3x before I cashed out. So something like that. Any thoughts on Filecoin or prediction? Filecoin is super highly inflationary, very highly inflationary. Mims, you're done for this live stream. Come back next time. Ethereum plus $50 this run, you still think? All right, remember, guys, if you're asking that question, watch my YouTube video that I just published before going live, okay? It's less than 10 minutes. And what is this bull run? Because I have to, yeah, Shamos, I have to, if I'm answering that question, I have to say this. My price targets for 2024 and 2025, very few of them are going to hit. But that's why I changed my price target spreadsheet to 2026. Okay, so Ethereum, and if you think that's a cop-out, I'm just begging you to have an open mind and watch that video. Yeah, win Lexus, not win Lambo. Can Arbitrum and Aptos make a 5x? Yeah. Did you sell all your Bitcoin at the time for your house? Yes, I did. And something I said I was never going to do. How's your daughter's health? She's better now. She's not out of the woods, but she's better. ICP, I have a $223.40 price target for ICP. That's not hitting in 2024 or 2025. I do like ICP. I still like it. Thank you, Elias. Yeah, putting up a lot of videos. It's just the boredom's done. I mean, we went to the downside. The boredom's done. What do you think about Polkadot? Not a fan of Polkadot. Again, guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I am answering... I'm answering as many questions as I can on I'm answering all the questions on YouTube. I can't on TikTok. Beppe or Duke? Right now I'd go Duke. So ICP 75 is max 2024. I'm not even promising you 75. No. Do you still own / endorse Clore? All right, let me just say this. I was never paid by Clore or anything like that. I don't own Clore anymore. There's a time that I will own Clore, but not right now. Don't you think all your bear posting will negatively affect HEEHEE? What do you want me to do? You want me to lie? And number one, I'm not a bear right now. I understand. Listen, it would be better if I was somebody like Crash. Crash shills Brett heavily. It would be better for HEEHEE if I was like Crash. I was talking about this with the guys on the HEEHEE team the other day. I cannot do that. I cannot lie to you guys and be like, oh, Bitcoin's going to $200,000 in 2025 to the moon, everybody. I am going to tell you what I believe is true. And if it has a negative effect on HEEHEE, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. But listen, I am convinced that all we need, $80,000 Bitcoin in 2024, that will be enough soil for meme coins to explode. Okay? So, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for being honest. Thank you, Pascali. And listen, the debasement is happening. That is the thing out of all of this that I can say, this is a fact. The debasement, the great debasement. similar to 2020 during the COVID crash. It is a fact that this will happen. And when it happens, if you follow my lead, those of you who are holding HEEHEE, you're going to be so much better positioned to thrive during that time than Crash calling for Brett to go to $100 billion or whatever he's, the people who follow him, they're going to be bag holders. You're not going to be a bag holder. You're going to be well prepared because he's wrong. What's happened to Beppe? It's dying. I don't know. All right. A lot of meme coins are just really struggling. Will you do another video about Demo? No, I was never. Well, no, I like Demo, but I'm not going to do another video about it. Bitcoin dominance is going down. Yeah, it's inching down. That's fine. I like what I'm seeing today, but it's just one day. I mean, Bitcoin dominance put a yearly high recently. Quant, I'm ready to give up on Quant, aside from the fact that Quant does what Quant does. Oh my goodness, please stop spamming if I will do another video about Demo. I already answered your question. No, I'm not going to do another video about Demo. Is Aerodrome for you high conviction or no? Not my price target, 32.20. That's not high conviction. I do like Aerodrome though. Me money is going to other tokens on sitting on the sidelines, right? Yes, yeah, that's what's happening right now. All right, guys, it's 10:22 a.m. Eastern Time, United States. Let's say until 12:30 Eastern Time, we are doing a HEEHEE giveaway. If you buy at least 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and the next 2 hours, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. Please recap what's changed in your Excel price targets. The year. You can win $100 worth of HEEHEE if you buy 0.2 Solana between now and in the next 2 hours. All right. Super chat. Thank you, Gatman. What do you think of XRPH Healthcare? I have no idea what that is. What's XRPH Healthcare? I'll let you know, DM, when I dump big on Crypto Boy so that you don't get caught up. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you going to launch anything on Beppe Launch? No, he's enough for me. What is XRPH Healthcare? Does that have anything to do with XRP? Or is it just like using the name? All right, I can't take too long, the Gatman. I do appreciate your super chat, but I can't take too long to look into this right now. $1.989 million market cap. What is this? It's on some good exchanges here. Mexi, Elmbank, Bitmart. That's good. XRP Healthcare is the first pharma and healthcare platform on the XRP ledger. Duh. Okay. Enabling fast global payments, improving healthcare access in an emerging market, and creating real-world utility by transforming global healthcare through mergers, acquisitions, and blockchain. All right. So it's not affiliated with XRP, but it can do well if XRP does well. And I think XRP, I think people are a little too down on XRP. So this could do well. All right. Guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. It's impossible for me to answer every question on TikTok here. But on YouTube, I am live. Quite a volatile day so far today. It's pretty wild. We went under $58,000. Now we're at 59.7, 59.6. So I'm buying XRP. Not a bad idea. Pendle or Ponky for more gains? Probably Ponky. We have Bitcoin go to $80,000. Meme coins thrive, but it's a much higher risk. Can definitely tell volumes coming back. I'll take your word for that. I'll look into that later, Will. Yeah, 59,450 at the moment. NCT Polyswarm is under $25 million market cap, nearly fully supply and circulation. No inflation, listed on Coinbase, and has nearly no competition in blockchain cybersecurity. I like it to 50 cents to $1. Let's see what I did on my price target spreadsheet here. World War Bitcoin. Like storage might run. It's okay. Do you saw Jupe tokenization and transparency? I'm sure I looked into that when I did my price target video. So, come on. All right, NCT. NCT. Polyswarm. Where is it? There it is. All right, I have a 27-cent price target for whenever. I don't think anything can stop where crypto is going, only when. If it happens early, you get richer. If it happens after debasing, you buy lower and get richer later. Embrace both. Great comment, Lion CEO. I agree. Why did the XRP settlement change all of a sudden among most influencers? Talked down on it for 2 years. I've never been a hater of XRP or a lover of it. I like the chart. And so I buy XRP. And then I'll sell it. I probably should have sold all of it after the case, because whenever XRP pumps, people take profits very aggressively. But XRP is holding up okay for right now. Hi Alex, how do you think Wolf can go when Bitcoin reach 80K? Thank you. $1 billion. I'm just throwing that out there. What is debasement? It is the debasing of a of a currency. Excuse me. It is it's inflation. Really, it's the increasing of an amount of a currency in circulation. Do you think Redo can go to 5 billion? That's one of Crash's price targets. LOL. That's probably too high. Are we going to have a real alt season? I don't think in 2024, 2025. We'll have an alt moment. We'll have a moment when people get really excited about altcoins, but I don't think we're going to have a real alt season. Not in 2024, 2025. After the debasement. Reminder, everybody, if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth. There's one entry so far. So there's probably a good chance that you can win if you enter that raffle. I have no problem giving it to that one entrant. IMX $30 possible in 2026. That's too high. Well, no, 2020 after the debasement, it's possible. But I see IMX is very inflationary. Did you make a video about the debasement explaining what it is? Not yet. I'll make one. That might be my next YouTube video. Let's see. I know you can't speak directly on HEEHEE, but do you think that memes like Solnick and Duke, which are fairly new, have great communities and around $1 million market cap, can go to 10 million market cap in 2024? I think higher than 10 million for both of those. Yeah. Is it better to buy Noble than most memes, as it should bring minimum 50x? I just think it's good to buy Noble blocks. I don't have commentary as to whether it's better or not than memes. I really like Noble blocks. Sui's doing well. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated because I haven't bought it yet. I said I was going to. I'm going to buy it this month. Sui's doing well. Raoul Pal is shilling Sui. Got over 1 million followers on X. Thoughts on ChainSwap? I think ChainSwap can do very well. I by no means, ChainSwap's legit, guys. I know it's a new utility crypto. Got it a while ago. That's awesome. I know it's a new utility, and I'm down on new utility because a lot of it's money grabs. I don't think that's the case for ChainSwap. So, I mean, yeah, people will make money. What's your updated price prediction for Brett? I mean, I've never really had an official price prediction. You know, 5 billion, 10 billion for 2024. Are you holding AOs into Q4 or selling after earnings report? I'm probably just going to sell after the earnings report. I'm a holder of HEEHEE. May I ask why it's not on CoinMarketCap yet? It's great for exposure. I remember when you disclosed the application was sent 3 or so months ago. I just don't know what to do. We've tried so hard to get it listed on CoinMarketCap. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Link. I've never been a huge fan of Link for buying and holding for a bull run. It is now in a new range. It left the range it was in. Now it's in a new range. It's close to the bottom of that range. You see it at 952. I'd be buying Link, but listen, I'm not a huge fan of Chainlink for price action reasons. Do you think the early part of 2026 is going to be bullish? Yeah, I'm in rare territory. I know. I got to plow through some YouTube comments here. So live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin, and thanks for the info. Yeah. Hi. What about peer? Don't buy gaming until Euphoria. We're nowhere near Euphoria right now. Arbitrum. I mean, guys. All right. Arbitrum and Aptos. I'm getting a lot of questions about Arbitrum and Aptos today. Just looking at the chart, it's just straight down. You know, you can see the trend line here. I drew a trend line, and you can see it just hasn't broken through the trend line. Let's break through this trend line, and then hold it as support, and then maybe we'll go higher after that. But I'm not buying it when it's in a clear downtrend like that. Good morning, Heather, Calixto. Thank you, Tia. All right, wait, hold on a second. All right, I'm going to plow through some comments here. What app are you using to chart with TradingView? Most people do that. Buy HEEHEE. Yes, David. Reminder, there are now 3 entrants, I believe. 0.2 Solana. If you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE for the next 2 hours, over the next 2 hours, you will automatically be entered into a contest to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. What if the debasement doesn't happen and we get out too early? It won't happen. In my opinion, it's going to happen after things dump. So it will happen. Is Caspo a long-term hold? Should I sell along with my other alts at 80K Bitcoin? I mean, if 80K is the peak, don't be married to anything. Even my price target of 80K for 2024. But listen, I'm not holding any altcoin. I mean, ultimately, if it's timed right, I will, best case scenario, be 100% out of altcoins. Well, no, I'm 90%. I'll say 90%. So, hi, Alex. Jinx, maybe releasing premium Discord for HEEHEE now isn't a bad idea since it reaches 10 million market cap. It would almost be the end of the altcoin peak in 2024. It can go beyond 10 million, but you're not wrong. And there have been some discussions. We're gonna visit that idea. So, are you afraid there's a chance you're wrong about the year and you missed the peak euphoria altcoin bull run? No. I have the game plan. I laid out the game plan. And it's already, listen, I start selling when we enter the belief stage. All right, you know what? I'm gonna flip my screen on TikTok here. I want you guys to see my coins, or not my coins, my screen. So, all right, we're all watching the same screen. All right, I know that. Listen, I've been churning out a lot of content lately, and I'm going to continue to do so. We're not in the boring stage anymore. But remember, so I made a video on this last week, the Wall Street Psychology cheat sheet. So I am not going to start selling. This is what smart money does. They start selling around belief, and they sell into thrill and euphoria. They'll keep selling after euphoria into complacency, and then they're about out at anxiety. And so I am not going to start selling until we get to the belief stage. What is the belief stage? In my opinion, just personally for me, I don't believe any of this. I will not believe that Bitcoin is going to a new all-time high until it literally goes to a new all-time high. Like this pump up to $70,000, I was like, this is a scam pump. I don't believe in that. I was not a believer in that pump to $70,000 the week of the Bitcoin conference. I was absolutely not a believer in that. I was like, forget it. I'm not excited right now. And then of course we dumped. So for me, belief is just, it's a new all-time high. I start selling after a new all-time high for Bitcoin, or if for some reason we don't hit a new all-time high after the rate cuts, I'm out 2 to 4 months after the rate cuts. And so here's what that Wall Street cheat sheet looks like. If I'm wrong, and if we continue to climb and we go well beyond $80,000, this is all that I'm doing. Scam pump. I mean, a peak of $80,000 is max pain. I talked about that in a different video. That is 80,000, we get to $80,000, everyone and their mother is going to be talking about Bitcoin. Now's the time to get into crypto because we're going to have this massive, massive bull run to end all bull runs. And that's around the time that I'm going to be cashing out. But if I'm wrong, okay, you know what? What's Thrill? Thrill is $100,000 Bitcoin. What's Euphoria? Euphoria is well over $100,000 Bitcoin. I'll be selling throughout all of that. That's the game to play. That's how you win. Start selling at belief. Or, yes, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go to 45K and then I will go all in. If it goes to 45K Bitcoin, I'd be going all in, yes. But no matter what, even if I'm wrong, the game plan is still exactly the same. It doesn't change at all. So please let me be wrong. Please let me be wrong about Bitcoin at $80,000. Not financial advice. You should be more of a seller than a buyer of crypto if Bitcoin gets to $80,000, even if it goes well beyond that. Is it a good time to buy SUI or wait for a pullback? I'd wait for a pullback on SUI. Alex, you didn't finish the sentence in your most recent video. That was my second most recent video on YouTube. And the reason why I didn't finish it is because I noticed I put some words on the screen. Ooh, watch the last few seconds of that video and you'll see what happened. And so I'll revisit that another time. So I did make another video on YouTube this morning before going live. Check out that video as well. You missed some questions before the super chat. Oh, no. Kids and family are more valuable than internet coins. Yes. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Yeah, selling AO's NVIDIA earnings report. What do you think of Tezos? I don't have any information. I have a price target on Tezos. I'm not blown away by it. I know that some people really like it. $5.60 for eventually. Hey, man, strong day for Bitcoin so far. Let's go. I think there's a chance after this week, if CPI and PPI are favorable for Fed to cut rates, we might start seeing the rally earlier as markets price in the cut fully for September. Crayon Dave. Fantastic comment by Crayon Dave on YouTube here. Listen, I've thought about this a lot. If we see a rally heading into the Fed rate cuts, there is a possibility that I'm going to sell before the Fed cuts rates. All right, let's just get that. Let's get that out in the open right now. We see Bitcoin go up to $80,000. I do have a fear that the rate cuts will turn into a buy the rumor, sell the news event because we're all expecting the market to pump after rate cuts. But if the market pumps before rate cuts, yeah, that's a concern. That's a concern. So, all right. Just remember that, okay? Because I know some of you are going, when's the rate cuts? The next rate cut is scheduled for September 18th. Some of you are going to come back, and if I make a million updates saying, hey, this is the game plan. Bitcoin gets to $80,000 before the rate cuts. I'm taking money off the table. Probably not 90%, but some of you, even if I make a million updates on that, some of you are going to come in here and be like, man, I thought you said the market was going to pump after rate cuts. All right? The market, here's what you've got to know, guys. The market will always keep you on your toes. Always, always, always. All right? So the market will, that's the number one rule. Is that the number one rule? That's more of a rule than anything that I could tell you as far as here's what's going to happen after rate cuts or before rate cuts. The market's always going to keep you on your toes. Do you think 49K is the bottom for this cycle? No. All right, let's see. Where was I now? Because I had to catch up. You need to pay $5K on CoinMarketCap to get listed easily. Just pay them off at this point. No, I'm not paying $5K. I put in $25,000 into HEEHEE that I may never get back. Now you want me to pay $5K? You pay $5K. Can you repeat what you do after rate cuts? Oh, man. No, I can't because I just laid out a scenario where I would do something differently. Dion and Seapool, don't know enough about either of those. Hello, JN. Good morning, bald-headed Jimmy Head. Good morning, Victor. Is there a chance that the all-time highs were in March and we're not going to see new highs this year? There's a chance. There's always a chance for everything. I would say that's much less than a 50-50 chance. Same sell before the cuts. We'll see. You said we have news for HEEHEE this week. Eventually. Not right now. But again, 0.2 Solana. I just enjoy to live right now. Yeah. 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE. If you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and the next 110 minutes, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. Bitcoin hits 80K, then go risk off, right? Not necessarily. Again, what are we doing? I'm hoping for some kind of alt season, you know? Something, not in a full-blown alt season, but alt moments here. What do we do here? We start selling. I'd say 80K is belief on the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology chart. And then we could run into a brick wall at 80K, but then triple tap that or something, and then altcoins will explode. Altcoins can explode under that scenario. So I'm starting to unwind at $80,000 Bitcoin. Let's go Bitcoin. Good day today. Let's see what happens. Can you see Bitcoin going higher than 80K in 2024? Of course, man. Guys, I'm not married to this idea that Bitcoin must peak at $80,000. It can go higher. But what I'm saying is you guys, I say this with a lot of conviction. It's a really good idea to be mostly out in 2024. Don't fall for this trap. This is how they're going to get you. I'm quite convinced. This is how they're going to get you. Is you're going to go into 2025 believing we're going to be on this epic bull run and top meme coins. I'm focusing on big utility now. There's going to be a time when I'll focus on meme coins again. Well, Bitcoin blasted short squeeze mode. We'll see. It's too early to call on that. Colt still early. All right. I'm going to lose out on that. What if Kamala Harris wins the elections and then we just dump to oblivion after that? Anything's possible. You know, she's favored now, according to polls. The polls are skewed left. And so I still think Donald Trump is going to win. But, guys, all right. Kamala Harris. All right, this might be the most controversial thing I say during this live stream. Kamala Harris could legitimately win the election. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I grovel at your feet and beg you for forgiveness. She could legitimately win this election. And you know why I think that? Because look at who's Republican and look at who's Democrat. Republicans are old for the most part. They are old people. They're dying off. How many millennials, how many Gen Z people are Democrats? A lot. They are getting into the voting blocks. It's cool to vote Democrat. Unfortunately. They're growing in population. Conservatives are dying. As people get older, they tend to get more conservative. But I think Donald Trump's going to win anyway. Anyway, okay. When you take out your altcoins, do you put it into stablecoin or do you just sell it for cash? Yes. One of the two. Or, you know, I'll buy stocks. You know, I've been buying some Walmart lately because, you know, in the event of a recession, Walmart will hold up very well. I've been buying Verizon. I've been buying gold, GLD ETF at least. So this bull run will make more people cry than happy. That's for sure. There's no debate about that. That's how it always works. Time to move to Portugal. Yeah. It won't be legitimate. It can be legitimate. I'm not saying it will be legitimate. It can be legitimate. Where do you think AOs will reach by this December? Maybe not a new all-time high. I think Ponky has a $10 potential. Their marketing is insanely good. Probably the best meme coin on Solana. I do like Ponky. I don't know. Do you think Bitcoin dominance tops soon? I don't necessarily see a reason for Bitcoin dominance to top just yet. We'll see. Price target for Pepe. Eventually $45 billion. I think Pepe will do very well under a scenario where Bitcoin would get to $80,000. What coin you doing now? I mean, this is the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance chart. Again, reminder, 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE. If you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you will automatically be entered into a contest, a raffle, to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. There will be no alt season, only maybe short meme season / reality check. I think alts will do okay, but I think memes will outperform alts. Yeah. I bought some HEEHEE. There we go. All right, live on YouTube. Just rewind on YouTube if you missed anything. There we go, Leroy. Do you think the rate cuts are a sell the news event? SSN, you're killing me, man. Oh my goodness. Do I think that's going to be a sell the news event? I don't. I just explained this. Do I think can I envision a world where the rate cuts are a sell the news event? Yes. HEEHEE, HEEHEE. What stage are we at right now? I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, we're just not following along with this, with the Wall Street psychology cheat sheet. I mean, what is that? You can't call this post-euphoria. That wasn't euphoria. That was just a climb. But if you look at altcoins, like the one that I like to show is Ethereum. A lot of altcoins look like Ethereum. What's this? I would say we're, it's not, Ethereum is not going back down to where it was in 2023. That's not happening. This is probably the bottom. July for Ethereum is probably the bottom. So Wall Street psychology cheat sheet, we're probably pre-disbelief. I mean, especially for altcoins right now, I would say a lot of people are just depressed. Are you not depressed with altcoins? I'm pretty depressed. Okay, I did not expect altcoins to go down as much as they've gone down. And they can't really go down all that much more. So I would say we're pretty much in depression right now for altcoins. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to go perfectly. We don't have to do exactly this, but we can have something where people get really excited, where there's 1,000 people in my TikTok live streams, which I could see there being 1,000 people in my TikTok live stream if Bitcoin gets to $80,000, and then we see some alt and meme coins do very well, just like in March. I think we're going to have like a March type peak. So yeah, you guys agree? Good. Can you explain that, please? I have no idea what you're asking what that is. Let's pump. Yeah. What's the Bitcoin low for the next bear market? I mean, I think 2025, it's going to bottom out. I know that's scandalous for a lot of you. Somewhere like $30,000 to $35,000, or the 200-week simple moving average. Let's look at the 200-week simple moving average. I think that's going to be, if I'm right, if $80,000 is the peak, the 200-week simple moving average is going to be a great place to buy it. Oh man, I've never been to this site. Let's see if it loads. All right, this would be good. 200-week simple moving average is. I mean, look at the 200-week simple moving average in terms of like. That was the time to buy. Bear market, 2014, 2015. That was the time to buy. Bear market, 2019, 2018. And then the COVID crash in 2020. And then we went well below the 200-week simple moving average in 2022. I think that had a lot to do with the massive deleveraging event with FTX collapsing, with the Luna collapse and all that. That we had a unique position where if you bought at the 200-week simple moving average, you would have been down short term. But even, I mean, what was the 200-week simple moving average in July of 2022? $21,182 or $22,000, excuse me. Is it really that big of a deal if you bought at 22,000 instead of 16,000? And so 200-week simple moving average right now is $37,771. Bitcoin has never been below where it was 200 weeks ago. This will rise forever. I mean, not forever, okay? But this would be a good time to buy. But we've always wicked below the 200-week simple moving average, which makes me think that we could go down to $35,000. So, all right. Hi, Alex. Buy the 0.2 a few times. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. Don't worry about it. There aren't a ton of entries. You buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE. You are in. You're in. All right, let me get caught up on these YouTube comments here. What's a Bitcoin low? Oh yeah, answer that. We might be in for a V-shaped recovery. No, I won't cry. I'll be happy. We'll see. I mean, it's still too early to tell. Remember, the COVID V-shaped recovery was a month and a half. It's going to take a while. False. Lots of young people are converting to Republican. I want to believe. She is VP now and does nothing. Why would anyone vote for that? Do what she is saying now. People would vote for that. People would vote for Kamala because they're just towing party lines. Thoughts on Rune? Thorchain? I like Thorchain. I don't know chart-wise what we're looking at with Thorchain. I mean, it did put in a higher high on the daily in July, but then dumped lower and it isn't recovering all that well. Target for SHIB. Is gold a Ponzi scheme? Never heard that before. Target for SHIB, eventually, 0.000229192. All right, let's see. Alex, I think people aren't falling for the altcoin trap unless it's a meme. If I would have put money on the big three, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, I'd be up right now. Yeah. But I see that kind of a comment makes me think altcoins are not quite done. Will Litecoin go back to the 200s? I think so. And that's because Trump exploded the debt, gave tax cuts to billionaires, and effed up the economy. Sorry. They're all the same. Okay, when it comes to effing up the economy, they're all the same. Listen, I haven't liked a single president since in my lifetime. I didn't like Reagan, didn't like Bush, didn't like Clinton. And then second Bush was way worse than all of them. Obama was just as bad as Bush Jr. Trump, from the perspective of a fiscal libertarian, Trump was just as bad, if not worse, than all of them. And Joe Biden's they just keep on getting worse. And so here you are talking about Trump messed up the economy. Whatever, man. That's nonsense. 2024 bull run expectation. Are you not entertained? Bull run in reality. Are you not depressed? Yes. Good comment. How many people were in your TikTok live stream in March? We peaked. We had 2 days where it got over 1,000. One day it got to 1,100. And people who are 2021 veterans, they remembered and they brought it up, and I remembered and I brought it up. And I was like, it doesn't seem like this is the peak. And it was the peak. What do you expect NVIDIA to be at on the day of the earnings report? Currently up today, $110. I haven't looked at an NVIDIA chart. I really don't know. Hi, Alec. Yeah, okay, let's see. Litecoin at 250 by the end of the year? No, not by the end of the year. I've asked this question multiple times. It's like you can't see this. You reposted a video from Alvarez Crypto that talks about how the central banks in China and U.S. are somehow linked. Japan and U.S. Yeah, this is my first time seeing this. What happened previous week was on purpose for the good of U.S. Why would China do that? Japan, they're linked. Yeah, I think you're confused. Yeah, why would China do that? No. Why would Japan do that? I could see Japan and China working together, or Japan and the United States working together. Thoughts on RBC? It's number 6 in commits on Crypto Mesa. I don't know anything about RBC. Sorry. Is your render NVIDIA play in place? Render removed from ETH to Solana? I did not end up buying render because I looked at the chart. I was like, I don't like this. Something's up with it. I bought AOS, and AOS is down from when I bought it, unfortunately. You know, market tanked, and I don't think AOS is recovering right now. We'll see. I'm still going to hold on to it until the 22nd. So... Without Dominus going down, can we not say we not in bear market yet? I don't know what you're saying. Nigtardio. Oh, man. At this point, I'm just hoping I get my initial investment back. Be ready for 2025, man. Be ready for the great debasement. Let's see. Two wings of the same bird, pretty much. Is the crash in 2024 over? No, we can go lower. We can always go much lower. Oh, you don't know. I mean, is it over? I could see us sweeping the lows. I think it's a decent chance that we sweep the lows. If you put a gun to my head, I would say V-shaped recovery. Bonk or FET, I'll go bonk. Do you think 48K is the bottom for this year? Bro, when you say the great debasement, you scare the S out of me. I mean, when it comes to your investments, the great debasement is amazing. When it comes to poor people and financially illiterate people, it's a disaster. But if you know what to do, that's an opportunity. How far will Solana go up in this bull market? I have a $694 price target, not for 2024. How's your viewer count increasing or decreasing? That's how we know. It's been pretty flat. Thoughts on Inspect? I haven't looked at Inspect in quite a while. I don't know. Is buying Solana today like buying Ethereum 6 years ago? No. 6 years ago, Ethereum was, I mean, that was 2018. So you're talking to early 2018, or, at this point in 2018, it was much lower. You're not getting a 40x or whatever it was from its bear market bottom. Pepe price prediction. I have a $45 billion market cap target, but that's not for 2024 or 2025. When do you think we peak in 2025? We don't. I know it's hard to catch up, okay? I know that I am a different person. I'm offering you a different perspective. I believe 2025 is going to be a rough year. And then after that, they're going to debase currencies around the world. And it's going to be the grounds. I'm messing up. It's going to be what we need for massive price action. Noble Block's price prediction. $500 million market cap eventually. I know what to do, but I feel bad for all those poor people. Man, yeah, it's going to be terrible. Do you think crypto will eventually pump after a year of election? Eventually. Bro, lost for words. I hope that's okay. I've been talking for an hour. Injective price prediction. Eventually, a little over $300. LCX, do you like it? I like LCX, yeah. I mean, when it was up only earlier this year, I did my sarcastic LCX stance, which only a handful of people were here for. Now, what do we do with LCX? I could see this 236 retrace being the bottom. How far will ETH go up to in this bull market, please? Eventually, $11,689. Brett, I like Brett. I'm holding on to Brett. I don't see a lot of people talking about what you're talking about, so I think we're in the minority. A lot of people will get destroyed. A lot of people, if I'm right, a lot of people are going to get destroyed, so I hope it doesn't happen. I hope that what will happen if I'm wrong, a lot of you will come in and be like, ha ha ha, you were so wrong. The 4-year halving cycle theory people were right. And I'll be just, waving the dollar bills in my face and crying my tears because you guys are just so mean to me. I hope I'm wrong. Green Day today, yep. People are not kind to bears, and I'm not a bear yet, but I will be. And I'm going to be a bear when 99% of people are bullish. It's happening very soon. And then if I'm wrong, some of you are going to be cruel to me. And I'll take that kind of cruelty because I'll be making so much money. Thoughts on ChainSwap? I've talked about ChainSwap already. I like it. It's one of the few new utility cryptos that I like. Will we have a correction during the 2-month pump this year? Anything's possible, man. Everyone, including yourself, want you to be wrong, but always good to have a different perspective. Absolutely. If Bitcoin peaks at 80K, should alts run after peak? I could see Bitcoin doing like a double or triple top at 80K. Just what I would want is lots of time at 80K for Bitcoin. And then, yeah, that would be perfect grounds for alts to make some runs. Can you explain debasement? Debasement. All right, you know what I mean? All right, it's essentially increasing the supply. It's increasing the money supply. But you know what? Let's just do the Google definition. The action or process of reducing the quality or value of something. How do you reduce the quality or value of fiat currencies? You print. And you print. And you print. I posted this on my X account. Here's where, and I am 95% in the Raoul Pal camp. All right, Raoul Pal. Oh, hey, he showed up on my timeline. Clearly, everyone is caught owning. All right, he's shilling Sui. My X account, WW Bitcoin. Hit the follow. Oh, where is that? Oh, come on. Why is it not showing up? All right, it shows up in my replies. And this is very important, so bear with me. I want to show you this chart. This is this line right here is Raoul Pal's projection, at least in May. His projection of what Fed net liquidity is going to look like in billions of dollars. Federal government current expenditures, interest payments, 30-month lead. All right, so this darker line is actual Fed net liquidity, and Raoul Pal estimates that this is what it's going to look like. And this, as you can see, is over 2024, 2025. And I just crudely added my projection as to what that's going to look like. This is the difference between myself and Raoul Pal. If this is what happens over 2025, late 2024, all throughout 2025, then Bitcoin will go to possibly multiple six figures in 2025. But I don't think it's playing itself out like this. Not yet. Okay, and you can even see with my projection that this what's actually happened with FedNet liquidity seems to be following a little bit better along with my projection. If my projection is what happens, then we will see Bitcoin well over multiple six figures in 2026. But 2025 is going to be rough. That is, whatever the case, I can tell you with a great deal of certainty that this is going to happen. The debasement, FedNet liquidity, this is going to happen, whether it's Raoul Pal's timeline, which we're all hoping. We all want it to be Raoul Pal's timeline. I mean, we don't want it to happen because it's going to be terrible for people all over the world on a long enough timeline. The value of their holdings is going to go down and they're not going to know what to do. But for the sake of our investments, this will happen. And so if it's going to happen, which it will, let's have it. Let's hope that it happens according to Raoul Pal's timeline and not mine. But it's going to happen on mine. So Pendle, still $55 price prediction. When the debasement happens, yes. And not any time before. And it's $57. Will you be selling after rate cuts and then buying back? Buying back after we deal with the fallout of what always happens. Rate cuts are not bullish after the recession. Does the debasement only happen after interest rates bottom out? Usually that's how it works. That's why I'm saying that my timeline makes more sense than Raoul Pal's, but he has more information. He's a smarter man than I am. And so I remember what happened in 2020. So we had the COVID crash and boom, debasement. You can see it here. Well, you can see 2019, a big spike, but then 2020, another big spike in Fed net liquidity. That was in response to the COVID crash. And so if we have some kind of a black swan event, how will they respond? They'll debase. All right, let me get caught up here. So do you think we should concentrate on buying the dips on meme coins in the next few weeks instead of utility or alts? No. I would say buy utility now. I think utility is going to outperform meme coins short term. Take those profits and put them into alts. Anyway, for potential for theta to 10x from now. After the debasement. Are your price predictions still relevant until end of this year, 2025 now? No. They are not. But after the debasement, I mean, if we're going along with Raoul Pal's timeline, they are very relevant. If we're going along with my timeline, we're talking 2026. But then I think what would happen is that some people in crypto would get so despondent that a lot of cryptos would just straight up die. And so some of those here's what I think is going to happen. I explained this in a YouTube video I just published this morning before going live. I think my price targets are both too conservative and too aggressive. For some cryptos, they're just way too aggressive. Some of those cryptos are just going to die in 2025, and others are going to be blown out of the water. Bitcoin to $155,000 under this scenario that I have here, the orange line here, is too conservative. It's way too conservative. Ethereum at $11,689 is way too conservative. Solana at $694, is too conservative. But then other ones may just straight up die. So my price targets are toast. Some will blow them out of the water, others won't. Anyway. Thoughts on Ring? I don't know. I wouldn't be touching Ring right now. Yeah, debasement inflating your fiat. Bitcoin 250K. I could see it even going higher than that if we see this level of debasement. A few streams ago, you said crypto doesn't stress you too much because you had more stressful events in your private life. What were these events, if I may ask? I don't want to get too much into this, okay? There is somebody in my life who, this has nothing to do with crypto, who is just slandering me, saying things that are straight up not true, and it's affecting relationships, very important relationships in my life. And I am a man in a position of authority over a decent amount of people. And this is affecting my relationship with so-called subordinates. I don't want to say subordinates, okay? And he's getting people to believe these straight up just things that, I'm always willing to take criticism and receive truth from those criticisms, because nobody who criticizes you is 100% wrong. They're 90% wrong if they're just wrong, but the things that he's saying about me are just so outlandish. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, let's move on. Divorce time. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to die married to the woman that I'm married to. We've been married for 16 years. It's been great so far. Are Mina and ABT at a good place to accumulate? I have not looked at a Mina chart. Thank you. I saw that hang in their comment. Let me look at Mina. ABT, I'd be accumulating ABT. Let me draw a fib chart here, see what's up with Mina. I'm not excited about it looking at this. Yeah. I mean, aside from the fact that it put in a new bear market bottom, so maybe in that regard, that's insane. So many altcoins are just back down. How about Solnick? Are you buying any of the NFTs? I might buy. I haven't bought any yet. I might buy one. I like Solnick. How long after Debasement have we got to go heavy, Alex? Like 1 day, week, month? Oh, no. I mean, listen, let's look at that chart again. We have a decent amount of time. You know, when was post-COVID? I mean, Fed net liquidity peaked in 2021. I mean, look at that. Fed net liquidity peaked, did a double top. If you were to overlay the Bitcoin chart, it would look exactly like that, the peaks at least. You know, a little bit higher in 2021 at the end of 2021, and then Bitcoin peaked at $69,000, peaked a little bit higher. So we would have a year, maybe a year and a half. What fib time frame do you use for taking entries or taking healthy profits? Thank you. Fib time frame. I don't know what you mean by fib time frame. I'm just I look at the daily chart, I draw fibs. But yeah, ArcBlock looks good. ICP price prediction 2025. I don't know, it's at $7 right now. I'd say $3. And if you're confused by that, you'll get caught up. Yeah, all right, Pendle, I answered that about Pendle. Where can you see Pendle going to in 2024? I'd say a new all-time high. I just don't know. I don't have many price predictions for 2025. Caspa, $1.07. Or sorry, for 2024. You follow Rio. I like Rio. I don't have a prediction for it. If the CPI numbers are bad, will there be an emergency meeting in your opinion? No. I mean, if the CPI numbers are bad, that would actually scare me. If inflation comes out too hot, which it probably won't, but if it comes out too hot, that would decrease the likelihood that the Fed would lower rates. They can't. Listen, I'm even going to propose something right now. If the CPI numbers came out too hot, I think they would manipulate the numbers. I hate to say that. I think they would manipulate the numbers and try to tell us like, yeah, hey, inflation's still cooling down. They need to get on a trajectory of we're going to lower rates. And why are they going to lower rates? They're going to lower rates to crash the economy, because you know, Alvarez, guys, he has like 5,000 followers. You have to follow him. He's making the best content on TikTok right now. Alvarez Crypto. I follow him. I don't remember his exact Alvarez. We're going to go live soon. We were supposed to go live last week, but then my live stream got banned. He's talking about the restructuring of these debts that we have on the horizon. Rates have to be low for that. Or the interest on our rates on our debt is just going to even go more insane. Cut rates and then market crash. Market will go down. Yes. Alter and meme coins for the short rally we'll have in 2024. Alts right now, meme coins later. Alex, NFA, what is the best way to protect the value of your cash in your opinion during recession? Especially banks could fail big time. All right, so I'm working on something. I have a really important meeting later this week that I can't talk about. And I think I'm going to have a good option, a very good option. But right now I've been saying gold. I've been saying what would hold up well during a recession? Walmart held up very well in 2008. Verizon, you know, people are going to spend just as much on their cell phones and not a penny less. Hormel foods, you know. What's your bottom for Bitcoin then, and when? Before or after election? Well, after the election, 2025, like $35,000. Brett price prediction in 2025. You're asking for a 2025 prediction. You don't know that I've already shifted, guys. Okay, so I'll tell you 2025. Brett in 2025, like $100 million market cap, maybe $50 million market cap. Point $20 HEEHEE coming soon, according to Devin. Is that $20? All right, Devin. He can say that. I can't. $20 HEEHEE coming soon, according to Devin. That's insane. Are you sure? I mean, I could see him saying 20 cents. $20? That's what is that, a $20 billion market? No, he didn't say $20. A lot of your cryptos on the spreadsheet won't exist in 2025 if the debasement happens. They'll exist, but they'll just be pretending to be alive. SSN, watch my most recent YouTube video, because I took something you told me in a recent live stream and I incorporated it into that video. I don't see Brett to $50 billion crash is crazy. Shiba Inu went to 45 billion in 2021, but we're not having full-blown alt season this time around. Not yet. After, again, this, we will see full-blown alt season. All right, guys, a reminder, again, if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you will, all right, 20 cents, there we go. You will automatically be entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. It's all on the blockchain, and winners will be announced later today. Yeah, 20 cents. I got you. Mana and sand isn't good coins. Not right now, Saad. Not right now. All right, guys, I'm going to switch to subscriber only on TikTok. And then if you want to stay on this live stream, head on over to YouTube. World War Bitcoin. I'm still live on YouTube. All right, World War Bitcoin. API 3 seems to be under the radar. What does it compete with? Chainlink, but it's a better version of Chainlink. How many main coins was around before? Plus Shiba was on Coinbase, not Base. How many main coins? There's a lot more crypto in existence right now than in 2021. That will have an effect. Can you explain VIX S&P 500 charts? It is a volatility index. It's a measure of fear, but it happens. It's not like the fear greed index, which is an aggregate of sorts of like, and it moves a lot slower. The VIX communicates like panic. Okay, so you can see this Japan thing was a more terrifying single event than anything since COVID. I mean, there's COVID. Japan raising rates by 25 basis points. And so it's a measure of sentiment as to like, do we feel safe investing right now or not? Now I'm encouraged seeing the VIX down to 1893. I would love for it to get back below this trend line and just it be, all right, that was a thing. But there's going to be lots of, there's going to be plenty of things that send us higher. All right, he did not say, sorry, the confusion. He did not say that. They asked him 5 low market cap coins. He answered he was one of them. Awesome. 0.2 Solana automatically enters you into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. Can a recession turn into stagflation? Oh, wait. Theta and Sand do 10x from today's price. Not right now. After the debasement, maybe. Can a recession turn into stagflation? After watching Raoul Pal, which my friend Ollie turned me on to, I think eventually yes, but not right now. Yeah, Alvarez Crypto. There we go. Not Algorez. Alvarez. Alvarez. Does Bitcoin have a meme coin in its ecosystem? Yes. I'm not familiar. I think there's one called Rune, not to be confused with Thorchain. What I was trying to say is how many meme coins were around when Shiba hit 48 billion. Not much. Okay, I see what you're saying, Luxury Cigar Reviewer. What was the name of the penguin you follow on X? Pentoshi. If inflation comes in high, they don't end up cutting rates in September. What do you think will happen with crypto? Inflation's not coming in high. It's not coming in high. All right. I'm just telling you guys. I don't even want to entertain that scenario because it's not worth considering. Inflation will not come in high. I say that with a lot of confidence. There's two questions with the next Federal Reserve meeting that I want answered. Will they lower rates by 25 basis points or by 50? It's almost 50-50 right now. 45.5% chance that they lower rates by 50 basis points. If that happens, I think that could be a catalyst to send us higher. Another thing that could happen is that they decide to be done unwinding their balance sheet. That's the thing that I'm really hoping for. Yeah, Luxury Cigar Reviewer, we're on the same page. I am really hoping for, for my short-term bags at least. My guess, they'll lower by 25 basis points, but then they will be done with their unwinds. Let me look that up. I think that's the thing that's going to get people excited, because that happened in, thank you, Takas. That happened in earlier this year. So you can see the Fed balance sheet. I know you can't see this on TikTok. I'm sorry about that. But Fed balance sheet, they were unwinding to the tune of $60 billion a month. In June, they started unwinding at $20 to $25 billion a month. I wouldn't be surprised if, see you later, Rafa. I think if you're leaving, I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped their unwinds in September, and that would be a really exciting thing. $20, I'm a multimillionaire. Oh yeah. What's the other way of debasing the currency besides printing money? How do you lower the quality of fiat? There's really only one way, and that's the printing of money. I mean, I guess you could say rates at zero would be the other one. Yeah, 20 cents. You're welcome, old fella. NFA, would TIA be a good hold and then sell when unlocks happen in early November? I think so. They're going to want to pump it. They're going to want to do things to manipulate the price. And yeah, October 30th is the day of their unlocks. I would recommend getting out maybe a week before then. And it's already, I might be buying some Celestia. You can see a double bottom there. I think they're ready. I think they're ready to pump it higher so that you can be scammed by them. That sounds good to me. Thank you for the short Vic. Thank you, short the VIX. You still bullish on VRL? No. And I contributed to that, unfortunately, by disclosing some things that shouldn't have been disclosed. I mean, they asked me to disclose it. And they almost got sued, and that set them back big time. Pentoshi the GOAT, yeah. In my opinion, we will be in a bull run close to the presidential elections for sure, and we'll be near the top around Christmas, New Year's. What do you think? I think I have a little bit of an earlier timeline than that. I mean, well, it's hard to say because Kamala is now favored, and so the markets is probably, if she's favored, she's probably, the market is probably pricing out the possibility of her winning. And so if Trump does win, which I do think he will, that would provide some kind of a pop in the markets. My fear was earlier when Trump was very much favored to win, that the markets would price it in and we wouldn't have that pop after he won. But Kamala being favored and Trump winning is actually, that could turn into a bullish thing for another month or two. What's going to happen to crypto if they don't cut rates in September? They're cutting rates in September. They are cutting rates in September. Any idea what reward there is for holding 1 million Nova blocks? So I think it would get to, after the debasement, I think it would get to 500 million fully diluted market cap. So that would be a price of, what is that? 5 cents or 50 cents? I think it's 50 cents, right? Yeah, 50 cents. So 50 cents, you hold 1 million tokens. That's $500,000. Have you issued the telegram for the ones who bought in HEEHEE? I didn't get an invite. Do you mean the premium Discord? We haven't launched that yet. Next Fed meeting in November, do you think they will cut rates again or just keep it at that? I think they're going to cut rates again. My thought process is they will try to prevent any black swan events close to the elections. I agree with you on that. Yep. Okay. Now seems like a good time to stop. I will answer a couple more questions that pop up here. Last reminder, if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and you have 90 minutes, no, you have 1 hour. If you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE in the next 1 hour, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth. As of right now, there's only 10 entries. So you have very good odds, okay? What if Kamala wins? What would happen to crypto? I don't think people would be too excited if she wins. In short, Raoul Pal's reasoning is governments can't ever pay back their debt, so they must debase fiat and make sure GDP growth is higher than inflation, right? That sounds right. Yeah. Yeah, they can't pay back their debts, that's for sure. Ha ha ha, the government preventing a black swan. They're going to do everything in their power to prevent it. But then afterwards, maybe they'll do everything in their power to ensure that one happens. AKT, good to accumulate. This is going to be my last question that I'm answering. Akash. Again, there's a lot of cryptos that I'm like, hey, 236 retrace from swing low to swing high. That sounds good to me. So it's close. I think that would be the bottom, like around $2. All right, I'm done. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you next time.